Hey guys, this is Rocky. I just wanted to put a quick disclaimer at the top of the podcast, just to let you guys know. So after we recorded the whole episode, we realized that we had been saying the title of the movie wrong, and in fact it is a job to kill for and not a job to die for. So all of our jokes about the title don't really make any sense, but that's cool, whatever. You'll still laugh, hopefully. But also, just wanted to let you know, just in case you wanted to go out and actually watch the movie, it is a job to kill for, not a job to die for. So our apologies to Sean Young and everyone involved in the making of A Job to Kill For. Okay, anyway, enough of that. Hope you guys enjoy the podcast, and we'll see you next time. All right, love you. Bye.
You ask us to kill for you. Say you give us all of your grace, or a blessing from a fairy tale for our honorable faces. Force your machines on our backs till we're broken.
Hello, America, and welcome to Time of My Lifetime. Although I guess I should probably say hello, Erff, because according to YouTube, we have listeners in all sorts of countries. Shout out to New Zealand, apparently. Anyway, like I said, this is Time of My Lifetime, and this is the podcast where we watch old Lifetime movies and make fun of them, so you don't have to. As usual, I'm here with my co-host, the lovely and talented Juliana. Hello, Juliana. How are you?
Hello, I'm doing fine, thank you.
It's been a minute since I've seen you. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm really enjoying summer.
Oh, good. What's new? Anything?
Nothing much. I just got back from a fun weekend of sun and fun.
Summer fun and summer sun.
Yes, in the state of Virginia.
Oh, look at you. That's exciting. Well, as you can probably guess, well, I don't know why you would guess, but Jordan, unfortunately, is not with us tonight. He is in Seattle, being a busy businessman, so we wish him all the best, and we love him, we miss him very much. But I'm kind of excited, because that means that we have two special guests! Yay! The first time we've had special guests, so let's welcome them. Our two good friends and Lifetime movie aficionados, Miss Melina. Hello, Melina.
Hi, hello, everyone.
And Miss Maureen. Hello, Maureen.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Rocky. Hi, Jules. I'm Melina.
Hi.
So I'm so excited. We have been friends, all four of us, for a very, very long time, and we're all big fans of Lifetime movies. Is that fair to say?
Huge fan.
Very fair.
And tonight, the movie that we watched, I don't know, you guys. I thought it was kind of a bad egg. I'm excited to see what you guys think about it. It was called A Job to Die For.
Starring Sean Young.
The incomparable
I don't think
Sean
any
Young.
of us have seen since Blade Runner.
No.
Ace Ventura, Pace Ventura.
Oh, yes.
That transphobic bullshit in Ace
Yeah, it was
Ventura.
terrible.
It was terrible.
We should probably talk about her at some point, but my first problem is with the title of the movie. It should be called A Job to Kill For, because she doesn't die, she kills.
That's, you know what? I didn't even think of that.
Very true.
Just off top,
Very
it just
true.
doesn't make any sense.
Mm-hmm.
No.
And one thing, well, I don't know if you guys noticed when I first pulled the movie up, one of the things that really struck me, and made me think that this movie was going to take us places, was the actual screenshot of Sean Young.
Yes.
I don't know if you saw she looked cray. Like, she looked so crazy. I was like, this this is going to be interesting.
Actually, I was thinking about that when I was watching it, because the reason that I chose it was because of that screenshot, and it looked like it was like a movie from like 1993, because she's wearing like a brunette, like, you know, Angela's mom from My So-Called Life, like that was the styling, but like brunette, like her wig. And I was like, well, clearly this movie is from 1993, but it's like, no, it's a fairly recent movie, but it just seems like everything is styled to look like it's 1993.
Yes.
Yeah.
And when we get there, I have so many things to say about the fashions.
Well, Jules, do you want to do like a little quick plot synopsis?
Sure.
No.
Oh, right, because you didn't finish.
There's a twist that we will reveal to Jules.
I'm so excited to reveal the twist to you.
Quick plot synopsis, because I only made it to like maybe the fifth killing. I think there was more to come.
So, like, when she drove the guy off the road?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
So Maureen,
Maureen,
sum it up.
go for it.
Oh, okay. Well, something that I thought was weird was the opening scene where the movie starts where curly blonde-haired, what's her name?
Stacey.
Shepard, has just killed a man and tells Sean Young he was ruining your life, and she says yes, he was, and then pulls a gun on Stacey. And so you're kind of like, why is the movie starting here?
Because it's like the whole movie's a flashback, I guess?
Right. But I've seen that done before, and you can kind of tell that that's what's happening. And I didn't think this was edited well enough for you to be able to tell that. I mean, once it said, 6 months earlier or whatever, I got that. But when it first started, it was very like jarring. I didn't understand where they were going. But
well, usually, like, if it's a flashback, it's like from the perspective of somebody.
Yes.
And like somebody is remembering what happened 6 months earlier.
That must be it. That must be what threw me.
Yeah, it was strange.
Yeah, because what I couldn't figure out is, so you went from like, okay, so you started with that scene, and then you flash back into two dual realities that are happening at the same time. So you don't just flash into something that's happening, you flash into two scenes that are happening simultaneously with Jen and Shelley. What was her name again?
Stacey.
Yeah. So it was very confusing.
Yeah. Oh, right. So Jen's accepting her new position and gives a really weird speech where she quotes Machiavelli.
That was really weird. And meanwhile, Stacey is like fucking that dude, like in a house.
Oh yeah.
And she's going for it.
Yeah.
She was enjoying she was feeling her oats.
Yes. And
I'm sorry, was that too gay a reference for you guys?
I like it. So Jen's giving that speech, and then Stacey's fucking that dude. As the speech wraps up, we go back to the guy that Stacey was fucking, and he's going into the hot tub by himself, and as soon as he turns on the jets, gets electrocuted.
Mm-hmm. He fries to death.
yes.
Well,
So basically, we see that Stacey, that death and murder seem to follow her wherever she goes.
Yes.
well, you don't really know that she murdered him, but you can strongly it's inferred.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It just begins to show her pattern of
She
certainly raises questions about her.
well, it's the first job that she kills for title writer, screenplay writer.
And so I was going to talk about the detective scene. Am I missing anything if I go into that?
Well, let's just go back real quick. Let's just, for the listeners, do like just a quick plot synopsis. So,
yes.
Basically, Sean Young is Jennifer. Is that her name?
Yes.
Jennifer. She has recently moved from New York to the Pacific Northwest, I'm guessing, is what it looks like, because they didn't really specify. to take, she's a general manager at an advertising agency. And then she meets this unknown actress. I don't know what her name is. I didn't look it up on IMDb. That's Jordan's job, and he's not here. But whatever, blonde girl. We'll just call her blonde girl Stacy.
It looks like a lot of other people you've seen in other things.
So
didn't remember.
So basically, she convinces Sean Young to hire her as an account manager at Account planner, you're right. Yeah, I was like, what the fuck is that? What does that mean?
Oh, sorry. I'm doing
because if
busy
the
business person.
If the account managers were doing their job, they wouldn't need an account planner.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I tried
Thank
to
you,
do
CFO.
some research into what an account planner was, but then I was bored to tears, and I did not.
Why would you do that? It doesn't matter. So she hires Stacy as the account planner. Stacy's a little crazy. Everyone in the office thinks she's a little nuts. She is a little aggro in meetings, and she's doing all sorts of things to, like, keep the accounts and, like, fucking dudes and yelling at people and just basically being crazy. But then she develops an unhealthy obsession with Sean Young and starts killing people that are crossing Sean Young. And then Sean Young figures it out with the help of two very bumbling detectives. I think the most bumbling detectives I've seen.
They were bumbling so much, and I feel like one of the detectives was kind of trying to take some acting cues from Columbo.
Oh, he was making choices.
Like, miserably. Because he had, like, the kind of the rumpled khaki, like, rain jacket.
Right.
And then he had, like, some weird quirks, like he was allergic to garlic that he kept talking about.
I really
was that like a script? Was that in the script, or was that like a choice that the actor made? Like, you know how, like, you know, you're supposed to know your character's secrets as an actor, and he was just like, I know, my character's allergic to garlic. And I'm just going to pepper that in. Just a little improv.
Yeah.
They said garlic allergy about 5 times. So, of course, I'm thinking, like, okay, this guy is going to go into anaphylactic shock at the end of the movie because someone snuck garlic into his...
Well, he mentioned that his wife likes to put garlic in the food, and, like, he'll start going into shock and be like, did you put garlic in the food? And she's like, just a little. And it's just like...
So his wife is trying to kill him.
Basically, that's another Lifetime spin-off.
Yeah. And his partner might be in on it as well, because he's like, hey, let's get a slice of pizza.
Exactly. And the guy was like, there's no such thing as a garlic allergy.
Yeah, he was like,
they don't exist.
Pizza's loaded with garlic.
But then,
kill me? There's a lot of maybe.
Well, let's get to the detectives in a bit. But basically, the long and the short of it is, she gets the detectives' help. They all figure out that Stacy is killing all these people, and her next target is Sean Young's husband, and we'll get to Sean Young's marriage. Hopefully, because I have a lot of things to say about that.
Quote-unquote marriage.
And then we get to the end, and we get back to the scene that we walked in on with Sean Young holding a gun on Stacy over her husband's seemingly dead body, and then we get to the twist, which I can't wait to tell Jules about.
Wait, now, when is it time to tell the twist?
We'll get. I'm sure we'll get to it organically.
Yeah, I think
So where should we start, you guys?
Well, I mean, I would like to go back a little ways.
Oh, please! You have the floor.
Huh?
You have the floor.
Well, so one of the things at first was very jarring to me was looking at, like, the scene in the gallery, like the opening scene in the gallery, and then the later scene in the gallery.
Because of all the uggos in there?
Well, yes.
Is it his exhibit about ants? It's just called Ants. His show is just called Ants.
No wonder Sean Young doesn't want to go to his fucking opening.
I know. I mean, it was
It's just pictures of ants on leaves.
But did anybody think that perhaps the gallery was like a stairwell they rented, like in some like building? Because it looks like they were just paintings put up in some random building stairwell.
Oh, did we mention that? did we mention?
It looks kind of like it's happening in a hallway.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. No, it looks like it's like a stairwell in a corporate office building.
Like an emergency stairwell that's gone down to the basement.
Which is,
there were no windows.
probably the same set as the gallery.
This brick, we can make this the gallery.
It wasn't brick, it was concrete.
And railing.
It was concrete and railing. But did we mention that this is the husband's art show? Sean Young's husband. And he's like a starving artist, and she is very rich, and like he has like some sort of insecurity that she makes more money than he does.
And also their personality types are just completely opposite.
But
She's
I'm like,
type
you will...
A. She likes to work, 7 days a week, 18 hours a day. It gives her power and energy. She thrives on
It's an
that.
aphrodisiac.
Horrible to me. And he's like, I'm an artist, man. I feel like he sees the beauty and imperfection, whereas Sean Young is striving for perfection. They're doomed from the start. They never should have gotten married. They probably didn't go to their pre-K and counseling.
No, of course not.
They also address each other as if they're strangers. I mean, like, it's just weird.
Because I think Sean Young's acting leaves a few things to be desired in this.
You know what? I'm just gonna say this. I think Sean Young kind of phoned it in, this performance.
Oh yeah.
There's none of that fun, crazy Sean Young psychotic mess that we've come to know from her.
She showed was non-existent.
No.
And also the pacing of her speech was really awkward. Where or it was just, I think it was just further evidence of her phoning it in, because I felt like she was just speaking in run-on sentences. Like, there was no punctuation.
Well, the script also pretty, not helping her out. Like, there were things in the speech where she says, like, where intercorporate skirmishes become full-scale wars.
Yes!
Oh my God, Dennis walked into the room right when she said that line, and he was like, I'm sorry, what?
It's just like a bunch of nonsense with like cool buzzwords strung together and like very like epic language, but not actually meaning anything.
Yeah, it took me, when she first addressed her creative team, I had no idea what they were trying to do, what they were tasked to do, what they agreed upon when the meeting was over.
Well, I think they're trying to sell a perfume by Pacific Breeze that was just above Dirty Socks.
I'm so bad at remembering these quotes. That was amazing. Yeah. The perfume is not doing well.
No, because according to one of the detectives, it smells like what was it? Dirty sock perfume. What didn't one of the detectives?
I think they had done smell testing to consumers, and it tested just above Dirty Socks.
Dirty Socks, yeah.
I don't know what the scale was, but
according to the creative director, who was. So
Yeah,
this is according to the creative director, who was so mad that they had to come in on Martin Luther King Day.
Oh my God!
So mad.
Like I say,
she was so mad.
I don't remember her name, but
Abby.
She was my favorite character because she was a strong Black woman, single mother, and was like, "What the fuck am I doing here on MLK Day?"
Yes.
And frankly, I feel her.
Yeah,
You know how hard it is to get a sitter on Martin Luther King?
Well, I feel like everyone in that office, Abby, the gay one, the secretary, they all have reasons to go to HR, because, I'm sorry, Stacey, you cannot sit in a meeting and ask someone, maybe, is he a breeder or a queer like you?
That was so over the line.
Beyond the pale. Like, you need to call HR.
Stacey made a couple of horrible references towards Sean, I think his name was.
Seth, I believe.
So homophobic. I mean, just just a terrible, horrible person.
Yeah.
Killing aside.
Yes, all the murders aside. She was not very nice.
Horrendous.
Well, I guess, should we talk about who the hot tub victim was?
Yes, I think that's important.
It was Martin Keller, who's the best account planner in the West.
I love how you remember everyone's names first and last.
And so he was the top candidate for the account planner job that ended up going to Stacey Sherman.
I believe it's Sherman.
Yeah.
Is she stubborn?
But
Doesn't matter.
But then she gets the job because what's her
Her head's
face? Jennifer is having lunch with her assistant, and then she pages the assistant in the restaurant in the age of cell phones. So
Yes.
that makes no sense.
Yeah.
And so the assistant goes running off, and she comes up to Jennifer, who's just eating her salad, and she's like, "Hi, my name is Stacy, and I'm the best assistant that you had never had, or account planner, or you need to hire me, or whatever. Here's my resume, and here's all of the competition's corporate secrets." Okay, well, you're hired, I guess.
Which I assume she got by killing somebody else.
I think-
Yeah.
Maybe Martin.
I think, maybe Martin.
Well, I think it's because Abby said, like, "Oh, I heard that, when she worked at such and such, they got the account because she set a fire to all the files of the competition."
Yeah, I thought this part was really interesting, how Sean Young really goes to bat for this young whippersnapper who wants the job but doesn't really have the experience. She landed a Kroger account, but she does not have experience in fashion.
I love it with Kroger.
She deals with grocery stores and other things of the people. She is not within fashion and style. She's not used to dealing with, multi-million-dollar accounts.
Well,
so there's some concern about her capacity, and then there were further concerns raised, as you said, Rocky, about her character and how her former coworkers think that she set a fire to who? I don't remember.
Some kind of competitor or something. But, and then
the
also she
presentation was lost in a fire.
That's
and
right.
All signs point to her, but Sean Young just dismisses it, saying those are just rumors.
And then the rumor that she poisoned some girl who flirted with her boyfriend in college.
Yes, that was the one that came to again. I don't know her name, but strong black girl was like, "Hey, I've been hearing some pretty disturbing things about this woman. I mean, she's done some horrible things to other people." And Sean Young's like, "No, oh, silly,
Laugh it off.
hush, hush."
She's my protege,
and I like how they officially refer to one another as protege and mentor.
Cheers to you, protege.
Yeah.
Cheers to you, mentor.
They get pretty friendly pretty quickly.
Yeah, they do a lot of wine toasts.
Yes, they do. They drink a lot of wine.
On the couch in front of the fire at Sean Young's house.
In Sean Young's office, she just pulls out a bottle of wine and two very long stem glasses just out of her bottom drawer. She's like, "Here you go." And that was a choice that Sean Young made. She was just "I've just enjoyed a Xanax. We're going to have a glass of wine and do this scene."
That didn't even belong to the character.
Oh, yeah, no.
Great. Something funny I thought was also that Stacy described herself as part psychologist, part anarchist.
Yes!
Oh, she pronounced it anarchist.
Part psychologist, part anarchist.
Did you guys catch that line in the restaurant when she gives Sean Young her resume and the assistant comes back from the phone call and she's passing her and she just looks at the assistant and she's like, "You need to lay off of red meat."
Yes!
Why?
Yeah. I did hear that.
Why did you say that?
Notice that they eat they eat lettuce for the rest of the movie.
They really do.
They have lettuce
From Kroger.
They could at least have the food potato salad. Because that Kroger potato salad is good.
Kroger lettuce in a bag for those kids.
It's like lettuce in a bag with little tiny shreds of Parmesan on top. That's it. That's all they eat. Even in her house, that's all they eat.
Yes.
Not even some
Parmesan
cheese and crackers.
Get into all those tight turtlenecks.
Okay, we need to talk about the fashions in this movie. Because I have so much to say.
Fur lapels.
All her fur lapels. That one where she was wearing, it was like a brown turtleneck with leather sleeves like a cotton brown turtleneck with leather sleeves, and then a big, I don't even know what you would call it, but just a triangle of leather across her boobs with, like, Frankenstein stitching. Like, I don't know how else to describe it.
It was the most horrendous thing I've ever seen on a human being, and it was a turtleneck. Like, to make the sweater worse, they made it a turtleneck. I don't understand.
Like,
I don't understand.
Like, it looks like she made it herself.
Yeah. And I love that the sleeves, like, you think, oh, it's leather, so it's going to be, like, tight. Like, the whole sweater's tight, and the leather parts are tight. No. The leather part of the sleeves bells out. It's very giant cuff.
I mean, I just feel like...
leather bell bottoms and arms. I don't even know what to say.
And also in that very first scene when she's giving the speech and she's wearing the long gray coat with the flared sleeves over a ruffled pirate shirt in sort of like a periwinkle color, and then a skirt that was the weirdest length I think I've ever seen in my life.
Yes.
Like, sort of mid-calf, but not in a flattering sort of...
No.
And I feel like it, like, when I say, like, it looks like she made this herself, I don't mean it looks like the character Jennifer made it herself. I mean, it looks like Sean Young made all the clothes herself and then brought them to set and was like, I'm wearing this.
Yes.
Try and stop.
She does have, like, a history of that. There, apparently, she was not cast as Catwoman in Batman, and she confronted Michael Keaton and Tim Burton wearing a homemade Catwoman suit. So she has a history of bringing her own clothing.
What does Michael Keaton have to do with it?
That's an incredible fact that you discovered.
Well, I was reading a few years ago, she was at the Directors Guild Awards and had to be escorted out because she got a little too intoxicated and started heckling Julian Schnabel during his speech.
She was like, get to the point.
Yes! She was like, wrap it up!
She just said what everyone else is thinking. Can you blame her?
No, of course not.
Do you think Sean Young was the victim of just, like, not giving a fuck? Like, she was just a little unfiltered. And
yeah, she
had
claims
strong
that she's...
And the men in Hollywood were like, no.
That's what she claims. She claims that she's very opinionated.
I think a little of that, a little borderline personality disorder.
I'm just saying. Yeah. Because it's just like, the way that it seemed like people were, like, when they were doing scenes with her, like Strong Black Girl and the CFO and Stacy, they're all doing, like, scenes with her where they're, like, called on to emote and be like, you're abandoning me, the budget is too high, you can't spend all this money, yada yada yada, and they're, like, yelling and crying and screaming and having emotions, and she's just standing there just like, I understand how you feel. And just, like, giving nothing back to them. Yeah. They're, like, acting against a wall. And she was just like, I don't give a fuck. I do not give one single solitary fuck.
And that's what was so confusing about, like, you see, all of her relationships. Like her marriage, like, and I don't know if that, I mean, based on the twist, I don't know if that was an acting choice. But, like, for example, like, with her husband and, like, a stranger, like, hello. Like, it was always like a
no connection whatsoever.
Like, do I know you? But then she'd be like, but I love him, and I want my marriage to work, and I'm taking time off. But
I'm resigning because I want my marriage to work. It is the most important thing to me in the whole world. And I need him to know that I treasure him above all things. Thank you. It's like she should say thank you at the end of scenes. And scene. Thank you.
Well, I can't remember what order this comes to, but I really want to talk about the Porschmere murder.
Oh, yes. I forgot about that one.
Found at the scene. best part of the movie.
Well,
my favorite part of, I don't know, maybe I should wait to talk about the, no, I'll just say it. So my favorite part of the Portia mirror murder was when the detectives were like, this is so racist. The detectives were getting the description, and they were like, yes, like apparently a white woman was seen leaving the scene of the crime, and one of the detectives says,
the black one.
White woman, nice change of pace.
It's so crazy.
Like, wow.
The black detective said it.
Yeah.
Right. But it's still, like, I can't believe he said it.
No,
I can't believe he was like, I'm going to stand for this and just say the line.
I think, like, the screenwriter was just like, these are, like, hard-boiled detectives. This is how they would talk on Law and Order. Except, no, because Lenny Briscoe was not racist.
Yeah, there were a lot of little quips that didn't land with the detectives. But with the portraits, so Sean Young one day goes out to her car and sees that the mirrors are missing from her Porsche, and she's like, "Damn it, not again!"
Yeah, it's so weird.
And it's so weird.
It's unclear what that means at the time, but it turns out that people have repeatedly been taking the mirrors off her Porsche, and nothing's been done about it. So Stacy gets her to go to the cops and make a complaint. And they say, there's nothing really we can do about it. There's this guy down by the docks or wherever that's selling them on the black market, but unless we see him stealing them from your car, we can't do anything about it, blah, blah, blah.
And what's so weird is that, like, her performance in this scene, it's like, well, isn't there anything you can do about it? Well, no, not really, unless we see him. Well, I just feel like somebody should be arrested, and so this is just going to keep happening, and he's like, well, at least you can, like, afford to get them replaced, and she's just like, But then, like, later on in the movie, like, people keep saying, like, yeah, she came down to the police station, and she was so pissed. She was the angriest I've ever seen anyone.
And she even describes herself later as being
I was very pissed.
Not enough to kill, not dumb enough to kill.
Exactly, not dumb enough. Mm-mm. But yeah, her anger really didn't shine through in the police station. If anything, she kept her cool, because that police officer was a total dick and was like, maybe you just should drive a Porsche. He basically said she's asking for it by driving a Porsche.
She got victim
maybe
shamed.
he actually said, like, maybe you shouldn't drive such a flashy car. And it's like, fuck you. I can drive my Porsche if I want to. Whatever. I look good.
It also seems like if they wanted to catch the guy who was stealing her mirrors repeatedly off of her car and selling them openly at the flea market down by the docks, they could just, like, set up a hidden camera.
Yeah.
Like,
or she could do that.
She could do that. Yeah, I feel like there are solutions to this problem. If it happens 3 times...
But also, you guys, I don't know if I've ever seen anyone at a flea market selling car parts.
Yeah, I've never heard of that.
And I feel like...
I know it happens.
Especially
it happens, but not at a flea market.
Yeah.
And I feel like you could get a lot of looks and questions if that were to actually happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was like a community market with... it's like when we were eating this weekend.
Yeah, it's like a farmer's market.
And it's like tchotchkes for sale.
Blueberries.
And, like,
ooh, organic kale.
Like,
ooh, side mirrors from a car.
Are there just a lot of mirrorless Porsches driving around?
Well,
why do people need these stolen mirrors?
I don't know. They gave an explanation. They said something about people put them on their lowriders.
Oh, you did say that.
Random mirrors on the car?
I don't know about cars. I don't know about car culture.
I don't know. No one seemed concerned about this or confused about this. It's just like, yeah, he just sells them down by the docks. That's what he does. And everyone's like, cool.
But this scene, the Porsche murder, is also where
I haven't seen this scene, so can you tell me about it?
You haven't seen the scene? It's before she runs the dude off the road. When she hits the guy with the tire iron in the back of the van.
Oh, that's how you're calling it, the Porsche mirror.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
That was a brazen murder.
Yes.
I mean, that was like
in the daytime.
I feel like other vendors were packing up their shops, like, within several feet of this van.
Like, he couldn't have been the last one, or the only person there. But this is where she makes her one mistake, because they find a mechanical Tiffany pencil.
Yes!
Yes.
At the crime scene.
Silver Tiffany mechanical pencil.
Yeah.
Left at the scene.
Which is later traced back to Stacy, and that's how...
Becomes a smoking gun.
That's how they get her.
Because did they test it for prints? And the prints
it's part of a set. It's part of a set, and she's later observed using a silver Tiffany mechanical pen.
Because the one bumbling detective who's allergic to garlic, he gets a feeling in his stomach, and he doesn't know what it is, but he knows something's
wrong with this girl, and I don't know what it is. And then the big connection that he makes, like the way they connect all these dots, all these different murders that are happening around them that seem random and they're so confused, is this pencil that they went to the office and they saw her set of Tiffany pencils. Like, that's I'm thinking, like, okay, like...
That's what the movie hinges on.
Right. How are these detectives... They're not doing a very good job of connecting these dots. I mean, this is going to be a big leap. How are they going to do it? And it's pencils. That was a real one.
Well, they do sort of seem to understand that it all sort of revolves around this advertising agency and Sean Young in particular. But they don't really do anything about that until the end. It's just like, these are some weird coincidences that all have to do with the same person or the agency that she works for.
Right. Yeah, it seems like they make the connection with the agency, the fact that she came in and was from this agency, and then this guy who dies is from the agency, but then it takes them a little while to make the connection to Sean Young after that, and then even longer. So that when they make the connection with the mechanical pencil, it's not at the moment they see it. It's like days later, the detective's like, you know what?
She had a Tiffany pencil.
Wow.
But we don't really we haven't really talked about why she kills the guy with the Porsche
I just have
mirrors.
one more question about the pencil.
Oh, yes.
Do we ever see that on screen? I was doing some multitasking during the movie. Is it just talked about?
I don't recall seeing it.
There's one part where the pencil's seen in her car. Like, I think, I might be making this up, but I believe she used the pencil to write something down, like, in her car, or the pencil was, like, in her car.
Okay.
And that's where we see it. And
because I was folding laundry during this part, so I didn't really pay attention.
And so I think that may be, because I think I had and I could be wrong, listeners, I apologize, I might be making this up in my head, but I distinctly remember being like, why are they honing in on this silver rod? I don't understand. Why they're featuring...
So many choices.
Like
There's so many weird choices in this movie.
Exactly, and then it ends up being something significant.
But we should just talk about real quick why she kills the Porsche guy, because Stacy is so upset that Sean Young is so upset, even though Sean Young is not upset at all about her mirrors being stolen.
She's not feeling anything. She is medicated to feel nothing.
So she goes to the flea market and kills him because he stole her mirrors.
Right.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Even for, like, an insane Lifetime movie villain. Like, that's just petty as fuck.
And it could disrupt her larger plan of killing all the people in advertising that are problems.
I'm just saying. It just seems like an unnecessary kill. But then, she doesn't kill Strong Black Girl.
No.
Which I thought was an interesting choice.
Sure, she was gonna die.
In the elevator.
Yes. But
does she kill any women? Or is it just men?
Good observation.
Oh, I think it's just men.
It's all men. Wait,
did she kill Steph?
No.
Wait, who's Steph?
Seth.
Oh, Seth, no.
Oh, that's his name, Seth. Poor Seth.
He lives to tell the tale.
Yeah. I mean, honestly...
Yeah, no, she doesn't kill any women. She kills the dude in the hot tub. She kills the CFO. She kills Portia Murder.
Mm-hmm.
And then she kills the husband. Maybe. Should we just get to the twist? Should we just get to the twist?
Get to the twist.
There's nothing else I want to talk about.
Yeah, this is whatever. Okay. So, all the detectives put all the pieces together. Sean Young puts all the pieces together. Figure out that her next target, that she's crazy, she's unhinged, she's been killing all these people. So they figure out that her next target is Sean Young's husband, because Sean Young's husband wants a divorce, and Sean Young is resigning because she wants to show him that she's putting their marriage first. And so Stacy feels like she has to kill the husband, and then Sean Young will stay at the agency. So Sean Young goes to...
Sean Young is going to resign to save the marriage?
Yes.
Yes.
She doesn't even seem that into the marriage or her husband.
Exactly.
She loves her job.
There's that one scene where they go on vacation and they're standing on like the rocky beach and there's no dialogue. It's just a shot of them from afar.
Yes,
and like doing pantomime, putting the back of her hand on her forehead. And
and he goes to hug her, and she's like, "No."
I think it's important to mention that before they go on this vacation, Stacy has an incredible meltdown because she is over her head.
We do need to talk about that meltdown.
This entire contracts account is on her shoulders. And at the most important time of this pitch, Sean Young or Jen chooses to go on this vacation to save her marriage.
She could give a fuck, Sean Young, about this $150 million account. She could give a fuck.
I think my favorite part of the movie is when Stacy starts melting down and Jen doesn't give a shit.
You're abandoning me! Tell me that I mean something to you! I've done everything for you!
I mean, she just goes and, like, no reaction at all from Jen. She's like, but I have to save my marriage.
She's just like, she's like, Stacey, she's like, Stacey, do you trust me? Yes, I trust you more than everything. I love you. I just want to know that I mean something to you. And she's like, good. Then go do your job. Bye.
Wow. It was amazing. And she kept saying to her, like, I hired you so that if I needed to go and do this exact thing, which is save my marriage, I could leave you and you could do it and I could go. So go do your job. Like she says,
are you an account planner or not?
You need to trust me. I didn't hire you like because you're underqualified. You're perfectly qualified for this job. You just need to make them respect you. Okay, bye.
It was amazing.
Like, she's every shitty boss you've ever had in your entire life. And she's like, and I felt bad for her because she's like sitting there being like, I'm overwhelmed. I mean, sort of bad for her because she did murder all those people.
She had murdered a lot of people at that point.
But, you know.
Yeah, it's like, you know what, Stacey, you did it to yourself.
Yeah, and Stacey at least had actual emotions, like, tears.
And, like, I could see her, like, murdering all the people, like, after she had this meltdown. But, like, the fact that she's just been murdering people for the whole movie and then has this meltdown, I found a little strange.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, was it like a Lady Macbeth type thing? Like, all the murdering was getting to her? Because she didn't seem to give
I think it's because she wasn't getting from Jen what she wanted because Jen has no heart.
Yeah, like, maybe she was just running out of people to murder.
Yeah.
But she doesn't even really seem to, like, you know, for instance, like, when she fucked the dude from the other agent, Terrence, yeah, that guy, and, like, was extorting him so that he would keep his account with the agency. It's not like, you know, she told Jen or anything about that, but I guess she wouldn't. I guess that wouldn't make sense.
Right. Yeah. Just landed the account. Made him cheat on his wife who has been involved in charity.
Well, anyway, so the twist. So Sean Young figures out that her husband is her next target, Stacy's next target, goes to the house. Stacy has already stabbed him in the stomach, and so he's lying on the ground, he's bleeding out, and then Sean Young takes a gun out of the drawer and shoots Stacy in the shoulder, and Stacy's like, "You shot me! Oh my God!
Why are you mad?
Why are you mad?
Why are you doing that?"
And so then Sean Young reveals that this whole entire thing was a plot to get her husband out of the way because she knew this whole time that he was going to divorce her and take half of her money and all of her assets and everything. So she hired...
She's the best planner in the game.
Yes.
So she hired a crazy person to kill all these people and then kill him. And then now she's going to kill Stacy. So it looks like Stacy is just like, you know, crazy psycho. And she can be all like, oh my God, she was going to kill me. I had to kill her.
Which is just crazy because it leaves so much up to
It's
chance.
insane.
Like, she could not possibly have planned any of that.
No.
Right. Well, I think Destiny does bite her in the ass.
Mm-hmm.
In the end, because can I
Yes,
proceed?
of course.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
In the double twist, in the twist, she shoots Stacy dead. I'm sorry, I'm gonna try to get through this with a straight face. She shoots Stacy dead, and she hears the sirens coming, and like the cops come to the door, and she musses up her wig.
Mm-hmm.
She like makes her hair look messy, like she's been in a fight. And then a tussle, thank you. And then the cops come to the door, and she's like, "Oh my god! Like she attacked me! Oh my god, I can't believe it!"
I got here too late. My husband's already dead.
and then the cop goes over to check the husband's pulse, and he's not dead. He's actually alive. And what does he whisper?
He's like,
I've got it written down.
oh
Looks
God,
like
what did
your
she say?
perfect creative execution wasn't so perfect.
Yes.
Say that one more time.
Looks like your perfect creative execution wasn't so perfect.
That is quite the mouthful.
It's a lot to say for a man.
Well, it's a callback because
guy.
while she and Stacy are having their standoff, she's like, you know, I'm the best account planner in the business, and it takes perfect, what was it?
Creative execution.
Perfect creative execution. And that's what I needed to get rid of my husband. But I'm giving her, you know, I'm emoting 10,000 times more than she was during that whole scene.
Yeah.
Wow, that is a crazy twist. Like, there's no way that
The movie didn't earn that twist.
At all.
No, it didn't.
no.
At all.
And it's like, oh, that's what she was trying to do in terms of like the audience. Like, I think she was trying to make us confused about their marriage because she actually didn't care, but it didn't play well at all.
Yeah, I mean, some of her acting choices, I guess, make more sense in hindsight.
Yeah,
but I don't know if that was intentional.
right, exactly.
I mean,
So
I
she
guess,
wanted
but
the
it's...
husband dead?
Yeah.
Sean Young wanted the husband dead, but he was going to divorce her.
But then he would get half her share.
Half her money.
It was all about the money.
It was all about
She
the
made
money.
a lot more than him.
She's been leaning in, y'all. She wanted to keep her money. All that leaning in.
Okay.
Yeah, so what do you think about that, Jules?
I'm just really surprised that that's the twist. I wouldn't have guessed that that was going on. It just seems like how did she know to hire this person? The woman approached her. This is all a ruse.
And all she said was, "I'm really ambitious. I'm part psychologist, part anarchist." Like, how from that did she get, she's going to end up killing my husband? And like, did she also plan for her to kill all those other people, or was that just like, if that happened, added bonus?
Just collateral damage, I guess.
Was the mirror stealing a test? Like, I don't understand.
Well, I mean,
How did Sean Young know that this woman was capable of committing murder and taking it and doing whatever it takes?
Well,
I'm
if
thinking back to the
Sean
job interview.
Well, if Sean Young was really truly a sociopath, I wonder, somehow she must have put together, and I don't know how she would do this, but she must have put together somehow that Stacy killed the dude in the hot tub, first of all.
Mm-hmm.
But then afterwards, like, or maybe she could just sense that that Stacy was just crazy and needy and needed a mentor and would do whatever because she was very aggressive, like, in her interview and when she first came up and whatnot. Because, like, if she's playing sort of like a sociopath who has, like, no affect, which is what she was doing, Stacey really, in effect, killed all the people that she didn't like and that she was mad at, because she had a fight with the CFO, he got killed. Dude stole her mirrors, he got killed. She didn't like her husband, he got killed. So, like, maybe Sean Young was just like, that's cool. I don't give a fuck, just as long as, like, you know, we steer her in the direction of killing my husband.
Wow. Yeah, I guess she didn't maybe plot out all the different points, but it was just kind of like the general trend.
Like, that's fine. You know, that works for me. Oh, you killed the dude that, like, came into my office and yelled at me about the budget? Cool.
Yeah. I'm surprised the engineer who made the typo on the Pacific Breeze commercial didn't die.
There are so many people who should have died that didn't die.
I know. After they were in there on a Saturday, and the commercial that they spent millions of dollars creating had the typo Pacific Breeze instead of.
Well, also, like, that dude, like, the dudes that came in for the Comtrex pitch, and then they went away from the creative. This was Jen's creative, and you changed it. And he's like, I'm leaving. And she's like, when are you coming back? When you lighten up.
Yeah. I thought...
Like, that dude should have died.
I thought Andrea Trammell, the husband's
the gallery
lover,
owner, or the owner of the stairwell.
Yeah. I don't know. I think Stacey could have done more damage.
Well, thank God she didn't. But you know what? I'm thinking about it, and, like, now that I think about it, like, you know, I guess Sean Young was she was going for sociopath with no affect. So maybe this performance was actually a triumph.
Yeah. That's one ridiculous.
I mean, she definitely committed.
She did. Maybe it was a beautifully rendered portrait of, you know, a sociopathic woman with no affect.
Well done, Sean.
Well done, Sean. All the Emmys for you. Well, I think we've done a good job dissecting it. So now we've come to a portion of the show where we like to talk about who our favorite character is. So, who'd like to go first? Melina, would you like to go first? Who is your favorite character?
I mean, I think I would have to say it was strong. I mean, I wrote in my notes, I love Strong Black Girl, because seriously, like,
I agree with you.
She was telling them all the information they needed to get rid of this horrible person, and nobody, I mean, no one was listening to her. And I just thought she was kind of awesome, like, all the fights that she was getting into, as well as her rant about having to be there on MLK Day.
That's the thing. Like, when she went gully, because she had to come in on Martin Luther King Day, I was like, done. You win. You get my award.
And they were all kind of talking about Martin Luther King Day like it was Christmas. Like, what are we doing here? This is a holiday.
And she's like, do you know how hard it is to find a sinner? And who is this man that wants to have a meeting on Martin Luther King Day? And he does not give a fuck about anyone else's time. And da-da-da-da-da. And I was like, okay.
Like,
yes.
Literally like it was Christmas. Like, I would have thought the holiday was like, you know, Ramadan or Christmas or Hanukkah. You know, some like very important holiday. But you know what?
Well, when you are a single mother, it is hard to find a sitter, and he has day off of school, and you want to spend time with him.
Exactly. So I did love her. I mean, she was like the one person who was like not speaking business talk gibberish. She wasn't being stupid. She was like the closest thing to a real person I think the movie had. So I think that's why I liked her.
Well, I agree with you. She's my favorite person too. Well, Maureen?
I think my favorite character was the Silver Tiffany mechanical pencil. Really excited that it was featured in the movie. It played such an important role. Really advanced the plot in a way that I don't think anyone else was successful at doing in the film.
Fair enough. Brava to Tiffany's. And finally, Jules, my lovely Jules.
Well, I guess because I didn't see the full movie. I saw most of it, but I missed all of these insane plot twists. I was curious to see what was going to happen with the detectives, where that was going to go. But good to hear they still were idiots till the very end.
Oh, till the last second. I'm surprised you could find the husband's pulse.
The garlic was just I don't know, character.
A red herring.
A red herring, thank you. So, yeah, I mean, I think, Melina, I agree with you. I think strong black woman, best character, closest thing to a human being in the entire show.
I mean, a close second for me was Martin Keller. I mean, if we break him down a little bit.
He was actually pretty cute. He was probably the cutest boy in the movie.
Well,
yeah. Tell us more.
He had a very nice apartment. He had a blue silk robe, and he liked to enjoy post-sex jacuzzis by himself.
Yeah, I guess he's relatable.
No, that dude likes to get relaxed. Like, he likes to come and then just sit in hot water and just relax.
He's really into, like, tactile pleasures.
Yes. Yes.
Bubbling water on skin.
And chilling the fuck out.
It's nice that he can be so successful in his work life and be the best in the West, and then also have this, like, very full, enriched sex life.
Well, that's what it's. Work hard, play hard.
Yeah.
You know, enjoy your time with the ladies
and success in lifestyle. You know, so.
I mean, yeah, he's kind of living the dream if you think about it.
Yeah. And I feel like
until he's no longer living.
Well, true.
Because his choice of sex partners was, well, you know, not the smartest.
How do you think they met?
A bar? You know what? It's Stacy. It could have been the grocery store. It could have been Kroger.
They met at the Kroger.
Kroger.
Yeah, there you go. They were in the deli section at Kroger. Martin was getting the finest meats and cheeses.
They were picking up lettuce.
Well, so did anyone learn anything from this movie? Any life lessons that you took away?
I guess I learned what an account planner was somewhat, but I don't care.
I don't think that's a real thing.
Right.
Okay.
And it's not a job that I would want.
Yeah.
And
no, it seems like a hassle.
Working insane hours to promote stupid fragrance is a waste of time and many lives spent on promoting this stupid thing.
Yeah. I think I learned that it would just be easier to get someone to sign a prenup if I had a lot of money and was marrying somebody.
Yeah, that's related to what I learned.
This is a common theme in a lot of Lifetime movies of, like, people in situations where all they have to do is, like, just be honest and, like, you know, say you're unhappy in a marriage and you just want out, like, and just deal with the consequences, but they always choose the violent wrong way.
To murder.
Murder. They choose murder.
Yeah.
They abandon their family in the middle of the night and fake their own death. You know, just there are a lot of options that people choose that are, like, by far more difficult than just.
Or just say, like, "Hey, Shannon Doherty, you know that time that you beat me in that singing contest when we were children? That hurt me.
Yes.
And I just want you to know that." And then Shannon Doherty could just say, "I'm sorry." And then everyone could just live their lives.
That will forever be one of my favorite Lifetime movies, though. I'm kind of glad she did make some bad choices there because...
Oh, I know. Anything with, like, original music, like original pop music and fake music videos, like...
Like,
Yeah.
that's my favorite part of
Sign me up.
Married at First Sight. Have you guys watched that show?
Married at First
I
Sight?
haven't.
They have, like, original music over, like, every scene, and it's like, something's happening and it ain't good. Something ain't happening in the marriage hood. Boom. Oh, no.
Oh my gosh, that is too
That
funny.
show is pretty amazing. It's what happens exactly. They just get set up on blind marriages.
Yeah.
And they literally meet their spouse as they're walking down the aisle.
It's the most insane
And
thing I've
some
ever
people
seen.
are excited because they're like attracted to the other person. Others
Not so
want to
much.
like vomit inside because they think their spouse is disgusting.
Does the show do the matching, or is it people who would have an arranged marriage
no, it's
anyway?
for
No, the
experts.
show does the match.
There's
Oh.
4 experts. There's a religious, some sort of religious person. I don't know what denomination he is or whatever. There's a psychologist, there's a sexologist, and there's a sociologist whose name is Dr. Pepper Schwartz. So it's
What?
Dr. Pepper.
Upper Schwartz?
Dr.
Schwartz.
Pepper. Schwartz. So Dr. Pepper, like, we're meeting with Dr. Pepper today to talk about our marriage.
Oh my god.
It's amazing. It's amazing. Now I want to watch it after this.
It's the best show on television.
Okay, because I've seen the commercials, but like what what
I
is
think
it on Hulu?
A&E, I think.
A&E. Okay,
I think you
I'm
can
gonna
watch it on demand, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Ooh, well, we should get together again sometime and talk about Married at First Sight after you guys watch it.
Let's do it.
Well, I'm so pleased to have you guys here with us tonight. It was awesome. I had so much fun. I hope you guys did too.
Oh, we did. Yes, thank you for having us.
Oh, of course.
I would love to come back.
Oh, I have a feeling that we'll do this again sometime, and we'll have to have Jordan as well, so he can
Yes, that'd be
add a
great.
straight white male perspective, because we
Yeah.
need that.
Something that's truly missing from the world.
I'm just saying.
Yes.
Well, Jules, as always, it was wonderful spending this time with you.
Thank you. I'm sorry I didn't watch the whole movie.
Oh, it's
but
okay. No, it was my fault because I had to
you
do it
guys
early.
have always bring such a fresh perspective.
Oh, yes,
There's some
absolutely.
minutes on your life that we don't have. So.
Yeah, exactly. You didn't miss anything, honey. It's fine.
You really did.
You get those
I was
minutes.
thinking I would go back and watch the rest of it, but I don't think I will. I think I'm going to watch Married at First Sight.
Yeah.
Go
Yeah,
back to that.
I think that's the right choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that's that. Are we done? Do we any last things to say? All right. Cool. All right. Well, it was so nice to have you guys. It was so good to see you, Jules. And thank you all for listening. Until next time of my lifetime, we will see you soon. Bye, Erff. Bye.
Say you give us all of your grace, or a blessing from a friend.